Hey there, welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about something that's been on a lot of people's minds lately, the recent data breach that's left many wondering if their social security number is now in the wrong hands. Now, I know this might sound a bit alarming, but don't worry, we're going to walk through everything you need to know in a calm, step-by-step way. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what to do if you've been affected and how to protect yourself moving forward. So, let's get into it. The breach we're talking about happened at National Public Data, and it's a big one. Personal data, including social security numbers, were compromised for millions of Americans. And here's the thing, this data doesn't just include recent information. We're talking about data that goes back at least 3 decades. That means a lot of us could potentially be at risk, and that's why it's so important to find out if your information was included. Now, you might be wondering, how can I check if my social security number was part of the breach? Well, there's actually a straightforward way to do this. A cybersecurity firm called Instructor has set up a tool that lets you see if your data was involved. All you need to do is head over to npd.pinterest.com, enter your first and last name, along with your birth year, and the tool will show you if any of your accounts were breached. It'll even list the last 4 digits of the leaked social security numbers, which is super helpful for verification. If you find out that your social security number was indeed part of the breach, don't panic, but do take action. One of the first things you should do is start closely monitoring your financial accounts. And I mean really keeping an eye on things, checking your balances regularly, and going through your credit card statements line by line. Hackers often rely on the fact that most of us don't pay close attention to every transaction, so this step is key. Another smart move is to set up credit monitoring. This will help you catch any suspicious activity early on. You can also take it a step further by contacting one of the 3 major U.S. credit reporting agencies, Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion, to set up a fraud alert on your account. This will alert creditors to contact you before opening any new accounts or making changes to existing ones. And the good news is, once you set this up with one agency, it automatically goes into effect with the others too. It's active for 1 year, but you can renew it if you want to keep that extra layer of protection. Now, if you're feeling particularly concerned about identity theft, there's another option you might want to consider, a credit freeze. This is a bit more secure than a fraud alert because it prevents any new credit from being issued in your name without your explicit permission. It's like putting your credit on lockdown until you say otherwise. And according to the U.S. Public Interest Research Group, this is actually one of the best defenses against someone trying to open new accounts in your name. So, if you find out your social security number was included in the breach, make sure you're monitoring your accounts closely. Consider setting up credit monitoring and a fraud alert. And if you want that extra peace of mind, go for the credit freeze. Taking these steps can really make a difference in protecting yourself from identity theft. And now, before we wrap up, I want to encourage you to stay proactive. Data breaches like this can feel overwhelming, but by staying informed and taking action, you're already ahead of the game. If you found this information helpful, don't hesitate to share it with friends or family who might be affected too. And also please subscribe for updates. Thanks for joining me today, and remember, protecting your financial information is all about staying vigilant and taking small, manageable steps. I'll see you next time, and until then, stay safe out there.